What is up, guys? Pokemaster Ryan here. So, because the anime has had a lot of characters and rivals, and pretty much just a good majority of relatable or forgettable characters, uh, I'm going to put on my least favorite or the worst rivals in the Pokemon anime. So yeah, and this isn't just gonna be characters that have only been seen for like one episode, like Montgomery in the Black and White series, or crappy characters like Nando. But yeah, let's pretty much get it underway. But before I begin, make sure you subscribe and you leave a like on the video. So without further ado, let us be gone. Now for Kanto, I'm going to have to say Richie, mainly because of the fact, in my personal opinion, he is just a complete ripoff of Ash Ketchum, straight up. I know you guys are going to get hate, but I don't care. But yeah, Richie is just a knockoff of Ash. He had majority of Ash's already caught Pokemon. He's had Pokemon that Ash has previously had, like his Butterfree, and also I know it's in the games, but his nicknames for his Pokemon are just shit. Like, why would you think of a butterfly and think of Happy? Or why would you name your Charmeleon after a lighter? That just isn't very smart. At least he had a Pupitar though. That is why he's probably so low on the list. But yeah, I just personally dislike him specifically because he has a majority of already caught Pokemon by Ash, so it just doesn't seem right to make the rival the character have Pokemon that the characters already had, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, just I just personally think that he would have been better if he just didn't it wasn't written in the show, or if they could have introduced the protagonist from the Pokemon Leaf games. So introduce Green from the games into the anime. That's would have been a much better rival in my opinion instead of Richie. So yeah, that is why we are at the bottom of the barrel. Now let's skip a generation and hop on over to Hoenn. And this is a rival that belongs to May, one of Ash's traveling companions in the Hoenn saga. Now Harley is my definite second character I'm listing in this because of the fact he hates May for something she didn't even do. It was something a character that looked like her did, and he's just a smug asshole. And his clothes are just bad. See, I was gonna put Drew on this list, but then it's like Harley deserves it way more. So instead, that's just he's just shit, and his Pokemon are shit. He has fucking Cacturn, Bayonet, Ariados, but his Pokemon match his douchiness, like Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff's been known in the anime to have that smug attitude or personality, so it fits him perfectly. But yeah, no, I don't like him, and just the fact that in one episode he calls Ash, Max, and Brock May's boy toys, which was a very uh, I mean, I know it's anime and it's for kids, but that line right there is one of the reasons why the Pokemon anime is not for kids. It's for adults, and they just don't even know it. Like take the very first band episode into account. Now we were also gonna include rivals like Morrison or Soledad, but Morrison had sort of a redeeming arc because he had a reason for not battling Ash because he thought they were friends, and they also had were pretty much alike in terms of personality. And Soledad was one of the characters that made Brock get into that contest, which is one of my favorite episodes in the Hoenn seasons. So I can't put myself to put them on the list. For Sinnoh, uh, this is gonna be my uh. Let's get this straight. The first one I list is going to be uh second place. Meanwhile, in next is going to be first place on who I hate and is the worst rival. But yeah, anyways, in terms of for Sinnoh, it's Barry from the Diamond and Pearl games. Now I know he's a character from the games, but like his whole finding characters bit it gets old pretty quickly, and the fact that he even tried to find a Pokemon, um, like it's just stupid. And his battle with Paul, that was probably one of his only redeemable moments because he had some decent choices in that battle. I think it's cool that he used Skarmory, Hitmonlee, and Empoleon. But his move choices for some of his Pokemon are shit. Like, who gives their Staraptor wing attack or tackle? What's wrong with you, my guy? Like, you need to get some help. And for number one on Sinnoh, it's the piece of shit character, Conway. I hate this character so bad. It has to be between his overly creepy demeanor in the episodes that he's in, or just the fact that he's constantly stalking people without them knowing. I just don't think I can like this character at all. I know some people that like him, but anytime I watch an episode that involves Conway, I immediately am like treating him like shit. I will mock the character as if I was in the episode, and he's just a horrible character. Even his Pokemon suck. He's got a Licky Licky that lost to a Noctowl. He's his Dusk Noir can only be good if it knows Trick Room. Like his Pokemon are just creepy AF. I just don't like him. Like the fact that he lost in uh in the Sinnoh League from Ash is just the one of the reasons why he's just unlikable, in my opinion. If you like him, let me know what you think of my opinions on these rivals down below. I want to know what you guys think. Now for Unova, it is Trip, uh, the Paul wannabe, because of the fact that his design is pretty much similar to Paul's, and the fact that he's just I think he was just pretending to be like Gary and Paul in the games and just didn't even try. But the fact that his Pokemon just didn't even try with Ash is just why he was so shitty. At least for Gary and Paul, they tried to help him be a better trainer. Meanwhile, Trip he was just being a flat out e- eco ecotist by making fun of Kanto. Like, dude, that's not cool. You could get canceled for that. In fact, let's go in the comments and cancel Trip in the Pokemon anime in case they decide to return him in the Horizons series. So, yeah, let's do that. And the next one in this video is Burgundy. Uh, she was Silent's rival, and I could not stand her. She was a pain in the ass. She would try to get into A class even though her evaluations were pieces of crap. Her Pokemon were pieces of crap. She battled Trip in the Club Explosion, or not the Club Explosion, the junior cup with her Darmanitan and lost after like 2 attacks. That just proves how shit her strategies are. And like the only battles I thought she would be good at were her first battles with Silent when she sent out her Sawsbuck against his Pansage. But yeah, I don't like her, and the fact that Silent didn't give her hell just shows that she let off too easy. Like she wasn't worth it. I was gonna put Georgia on this list also, but like at least she had a reason to be a dick and a bad rival, so that's why she's not on here. And the last one for Unova is Cameron, the guy who wears that headband for no reason and is always constantly getting headaches or migraines. His strategy, or he was the rival of Ash in the Unova League because he was decided that he was going to be introduced late for some reason, but he was just a pointless character and was just he was just recycled from what they did in the previous generation where they introduced a character just so Ash could lose in that region's league. Like, I'm not, and don't think I'm comparing Cameron to that hacker Tobias, because I'm not. I'm just saying that if it weren't for him, Ash would have won the Unova League because he would have battled Virgil, and then he would have beat him ASAP. But he also brought 5 Pokemon to a full battle, and he only won because Riolu evolved into Lucario, and that wasn't very fair. So, in fact, if I ran the league there, I would have just disqualified him and automatically made Ash the winner because of the fact like if you can't even follow the rules to bring a certain amount, you shouldn't even be allowed to battle. Like that's just facts. For Kalos, there's only one character in this. It's Serena's part-time rival Nini. She shouldn't even be on this list because of how forgettable she is. Like she only appeared in like a couple of episodes, and she only appears because of the whole showcased arcs for Serena being Kalos Queen. And even though she's very forgettable, she did put on some really good like performances for her like shows. So I will say that. And for our final one, for Alola, because Galar didn't have any crappy rivals for some reason. I like that, but yeah, for Alola, it is How, uh, who is basically not really Ash's rival, but just sort of a yeah, he is Ash's rival in the Alola region. But he, like Cameron, he's introduced late. But what is up with the anime and introducing rivals late in the seasons? Like, I don't understand that. But Ash managed to beat Hao 2 times because of the fact that he has his Almighty Rowlet. So I just think that How was a crappy rival just because he was introduced late, and the fact that he just lost to a Rowlet. He has a Decidueye and lost to a Rowlet. Like, I know Rowlet's strong, but even still, Decidueye, you got your Z move, bro. You just pull through. Like, what the hell?